predictions, then hope you forget about how wrong they were. But not Mackie and Judd.
Write this down.
This is the big leagues, where we own our terrible predictions.
Write that down.
And keep track of each other's batting averages. It's Write That Down.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
With Mackie and Judd.
Yeah. What an exciting day here on Mackie and Judd. All kinds of Vikings coach and general manager fodder and speculation. And today we will crown a Write That Down batting champion for the 2021 season. Judd, you're being awfully presumptuous.
How so?
Awfully confident that there's not some technicality in here somewhere. That,
no, I'm not gonna.
Anything can happen and write that down.
I'm not counting anything as done until I see the official scoreboard.
Oh, looks
I'm
like
not
you
being
got a few
presumptuous.
bottles of champagne sitting over there, a couple cans of Surly you're
I
ready
am
to
not
celebrate with.
I am not. No, I am not being. I am not going.
Easy,
to
Brandon
celebrate
Staley. Don't take that time out just yet.
anything until
son.
it's done.
Well, this is the most innovative and transparent segment in all of sports talk. This is a segment where we put our reputations and careers on the line. We keep track of all of our predictions throughout the year, and we keep track of batting averages and home runs if those predictions go above and beyond a certain level of difficulty. Here's how it works. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable. We keep track, like I said, of batting averages and home runs. And listeners, if you want to participate like Evan is about to, send us a message through the SKOR North app and just tell us you want to be on Write That Down. That's also where you can send us any kind of comments, speculation, theories, critiques for Feedback Friday. But let's get to the accountability session here. So, Judd, you needed to go 1 for 3 with your 3 remaining predictions on the board to secure, barring some weird unforeseen thing, the 2021 batting title.
Okay.
It's been a very up and down year for you. You were over 400 for chunks. You went like 30 straight predictions without being correct at one point.
There was a lot of
Lost the batting
adversity
average lead.
in the Zolgad camp. There was a ton of adversity.
Yeah. And so let's take a look.
Oh boy!
And you'll see on the top, you'll see 2021. You'll also see a 2022 prediction that came off the board for Judd here.
Here we
And
go.
if you're watching on the SKOR North YouTube channel,
look
here
at
it is.
Declan. Look at
Little
Declan.
drum roll.
Look at how Declan is sitting right now. Like just hoping that I failed.
Judd just needs 1 correct prediction out of 3
My friend
Just
Declan
to win the
Goff.
batting title. And there it is. Judd Zolgad is the 2021 Write That Down champion by correctly predicting that the Vikings will sweep both games from the Chicago Bears this season. There you go.
That's my baseball card.
Congratulations. Judd, and I'll just go through these real quick here. So you said Kyle Rudolph will catch at least 4 touchdowns for the Giants this season. He needed quite a few for that to
3
off the board. And that Jefferson would throw at least 1 touchdown pass. For good measure, you start your 2022 season off with a home run by saying Matthew Boldy will score his first goal in one of these first 2 games. I think that's a home run.
It's up to you guys. I don't think
That he would score in one of his first 2 games?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a home run.
If you said like his first 10 games or something, but like there's no
Right.
guarantees he was going to score in
And
the
he
first
scored
2
in his
games.
first game. I should have just gone with first game. Be a grand slam.
So this is the final tally from 2021. Judd, 359, narrowly edging Declan at 357. You also had 7 home runs to Declan's 6. I batted 309 with 5 home runs. Listeners batted 270 with a league-leading
Just some
10
thank
home
yous,
runs
first of
on the
all,
season.
if
Sure,
I may,
yeah.
if I may have the floor just for a moment here.
Go ahead.
Just some thank yous. I'd like to thank Dawn for her support. I mean, without her, I couldn't do this. I'd like to thank Stella the dog. Barking predictions that are helpful. Just really a good dog, a solid dog. I just love to come home after a tough day of Write That Down to Stella.
Does Stella
I'd
ever
like-
get you beer out of the fridge?
And that's what my last thank you, actually, appropriately enough, was going to be to my friends Surly Brewing. They powered my predictions. Let me just say, the more Surly I had, the better my predictions got. So
Yeah.
I just like to thank my wife, my dog, and the folks at Surly.
I think you should thank Chill Boys too. What was
course.
Chill Boys' role in this victory?
Well, Chill Boys, I put on the boxers in summer. I put on the long johns once it got cold, That's all I wore as I sat down to make my predictions. And because I could breathe both up top, down below with Chill Boys as I made my prediction. So that's a good one. Let's see what else do we have in the hopper.
All right,
Livia.
Oscar music.
Livia.
All right, we got to
I
play him
lost
off.
some weight.
No, we got to play him off now.
And it
we
helped
gotta
me
play him off.
And it helped me
Goodbye.
make some
All
predictions.
right, that's
I
Judd
just-
Zolgad.
So
That's
much.
Zolgad.
So many people to
Champion.
think. No, I'm not done yet. Save the environment.
Chillboys.com. And now we move on.
Global warming.
God. Just shouting global warming. I'll just go through the rest of the accountability session here. I had one remaining prediction from 2021. I said Dan Bailey will kick against the Vikings this season, and he will not miss a kick. I thought he would have a revenge game against the Vikings.
He didn't even get a job, did he?
No. It's kind of weird. For this year, I told you guys Ant would drop 40 or more at some point in the last week. He had 17 points in the first quarter of a game last week, and they were up by 30 the whole time, so he just didn't. I said Matthew Boldy will score the first goal in his first game for the Wild.
Oh.
I was going for a home
This
run
gets into
there.
semantics right
No,
there.
it's wrong.
Close. No, but I mean you were
I said he scored the third goal in that game.
so close.
So the Vikings will win a Super Bowl under Mike Zimmer 5 years ago. I can come off the board now. But I did redeem myself here. I told you guys long ago, if the Vikings don't draft a quarterback in the first round of the 2021 NFL draft, Rick Spielman and Mike Zimmer will both be unemployed by the 2022 league year, that they would fire everybody.
Nice work.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
That's a shot.
Listeners, bunch of stuff off the board here. This is all from 2021. Greg Joseph, at least 3 game-winning field goals. Didn't happen. Cook, 2,000 yards. Jefferson, 1,800. And a team that's not in the playoff picture in Week 17 making the playoffs. But Reed said Jefferson and Thielen would combine for at least 20 touchdowns. They had exactly 20 touchdowns.
Nice.
And Eli said, I had this one wrong. He corrected me here. He said 4 of these FSU players will make the Pro Bowl. Dalvin, Jalen Ramsey, Derwin James, Byron Barnes, and Jameis Winston. And he was right. 4 of them did make the Pro Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So Eli gets a home run. Nice work.
Definitely.
A few more here from listeners. And I'm going to spare you from reading all these, but if you want to see some of these predictions, Eli, Wade, Garrett, Brady all had wrong predictions. You can check us out on the SKOR North YouTube channel. Toby said the Vikings would finish top 10 in turnover ratio. That's nice. Bill said DJ Wanham would have at least 8 sacks. Nice work there. And Matt said the Vikings would have a positive turnover differential. So let's see some positives for the Vikings. A nice little turnover ratio this season. DJ Wanham had some sacks. Declan's brother Liam had a couple incorrect ones to come off the board here that we didn't take off the board. Somebody would be removed from the Winter Classic due to cold weather via an ambulance.
Or
I
be
didn't see-
stretchered out.
I didn't see any stories about that.
No.
It's awfully morbid.
Brother Liam had a time at the Winter Classic. I was actually very well tamed, but no one was stretchered out via ambulance.
It's good. It's good to know. And Declan had a couple things come off the board. These are both for 2022, that Boldy or Rossi will score a power play goal in the last week. Keyword power play there. And that the Wild would snap their losing streak and beat the Bruins on Thursday. So with that, these are the career stats. Judd, you also are celebrating your 200th career hit.
I'd like to give some thank yous for that.
Nice work. I'm at 162 career hits. Listeners 127. Declan 86. Listeners lead with 19 overall home runs for a career. So there you have it. There's your accountability session and your 2021 batting title winner, Judd. The listeners take home the home run crown though. To this point with 10. I think that's
Very nice.
Mathematically clinching the home run race. So
Awesome.
nice work. All right, let's get him in here. He is guest listener predictor Evan. He's ready to take some Vikings swings. What's going on, Evan?
What's up, fellas? How are we?
Are you throwing down the field here? Are you swinging for the fences? Are you going to be conservative check down, Evan? What's your strategy?
Zimmer's gone. We're not going conservative anymore down the field.
Let's get
Love it.
Yes. Okay.
Love it.
Write this down.
So we'll start with Evan. We're going to each make 3 predictions. We'll go Evan, Judd, Declan, back to me, Phil, and then we'll make 3 trips around the room. So Evan, go ahead.
All right. So the second 2 predictions I have are definitely home runs. This one I will change if you guys don't deem it to be a home run off rip. Okay. So every new hire, write this down. Every new hire, coordinator, and up that the Vikings make this year will have been a former head coach.
That's a home run.
That's a home run.
So you're saying basically both coordinators and the head coach
Will have been
former head coaches. So like Doug Peterson, Vic Fangio, and whatever, somebody else.
Right. Off the record, I think it's going to be the GM will be Brandon Brown, Coach Peterson, and Fangio for the DC. OC, it's hard to say. I would say Shermer, but I don't see us bringing 2 former Broncos that just got fired to the same staff. But I think the OC will have been a former head coach.
And Doug calls plays, right?
I believe Doug did call plays in Philadelphia.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah, give me Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinator.
Write this down.
Be a blast.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
All right, batting title, Judd.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is because at this point in time, we don't even have a list of Vikings GM candidates. But I am going to say that as I heard through the grapevine yesterday, Doug Peterson will wait, and Doug Peterson will get an interview with the Vikings for their head coaching job.
Yeah.
So that's it seems a little bit odd because he's talked to the Jaguars, and I think he's going to talk to the Bears. And at this point in time, the Vikings have not hired a GM. But if he indeed is willing to wait, which I'm going to guess he will be, he will get an interview for the Vikings job.
Okay.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Okay.
I'll start things off with a Timberwolves prediction, actually. Because yesterday I got a little screwed over. If they would have beat the Pelicans, I would have had something come off the board. I'm trying to get them back over 500. Now they're back a game under 500. But I'll say this, because they have the Warriors coming up, though, I believe on Monday. So I'll say the Wolves will beat the Warriors, and D'Lo drops at least 30 points.
Wow. A revenge game for D'Lo.
Yeah. And that's a home run, right?
Yes.
I'm saying they're going to beat the Warriors. The D'Lo is going to go off. I'm going for a home run swing there for the Wolves. Get
Absolutely
a statement win over the dang Golden State Warriors. So a Wolves win and D'Lo drops at least 30 points.
I love it. I love these Wolves swings. All right.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right. Write this down. Let's go. Let's go with this one. Eric Bieniemy. I think he's going to get snubbed again. So I'll just frame it this way. Write this down. Eric Bieniemy will get snubbed again in the head coaching cycle. I think there's something off about the way that he's been. A little bit like Mike Zimmer 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. There's just something off about the way that he's interviewing or the way that teams are vibing him. And I'm going to say he gets snubbed again. There's also just a lot of like the fact that Doug Peterson's out there. There's like Brian Flores is out there now too. There's these former head coaches that have had some success that probably move Eric Bieniemy down the ladder.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, back to Evan.
All right, write that down. Kirk Cousins will be traded by the start of the NFL draft, and our next starting quarterback will be above 500 in games that finish between 5 points. So last year we were 2-5 in such games. This year we will be above 500, and that will be because our head coach picks a good quarterback in those type of situations.
And so these are games that are within 5 points on either side, right? So these are close games.
Close games within 5 points above 500.
Yeah, all right. I guess if you want to move on from a 4,000-yard quarterback, Evan, then that's fine. I don't know how you're going to find ever somebody in the universe of football.
This is not the place to
I know, right?
come with your Kirk
It can
hate.
only get worse from Kirk, right? Only get worse.
This is not the place to come. This show
Biggest
is
mistake in franchise history. Don't listen to Tommy Kramer, who's calling out Kirk's leadership. Anyways.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Judd.
I've gone back and forth on this one, but I've come to the conclusion Mike Zimmer will be a defensive coordinator in the NFL next season.
Yeah.
Mike Zimmer will be off the record. I think if Dan Quinn gets a head coaching job and he is going to sit down with the Broncos to talk about their job, I think he probably goes to Dallas, but that's off the record. But I think he'll probably take a cheap salary just to stick it to the Vikings because he still has to be paid the remainder of his contract by the Vikings. But the more I think about it, I don't know that he will sit out. So.
What are some other? So Dallas would be
know.
the obviously, like he's got the Dallas tie, right? He has a Super Bowl ring from the mid '90s in Dallas.
Yeah.
Would Denver make some sense? Would George Payton
If
bring him
they're-
in as a DC?
I think they're friendly. Yeah.
I could
Denver
see that for
definitely
sure.
would.
Yeah.
I
Denver
don't
does.
see this guy leaving, but like if someone took a chance on him as a head coach, if Joe Barry left the Packers, can you imagine Mike Zimmer wanting to stick it
he'd
to the
love
Vikings and
that.
going to Green Bay?
He would love doing that, wouldn't he? He feels like kind of a vindictive guy.
The good
Oh, yeah.
thing to stop that is Jerry Gray, who quit the Vikings and became the Packers secondary coach. I think had some type of falling out with Mike, and I don't think that the Packers are going to get rid of Gray. And so my guess is he would try and put up a roadblock there, but that
Sure.
would be a delicious result.
Yes.
I would love
Write it
to.
down. You like
You're
writing
right.
things
I love that
down.
technique.
I wonder what a certain announcer of the team would feel like if Mike Zimmer went to go coach the Green Bay Packers defensive side of the football. I wonder how that would go.
Be hilarious.
Pete
Wonder how
Persich
that
should be
would go.
fine.
I think it'd be fun.
I agree.
It'd be
Greg
fun.
Coleman in retirement will be fine.
Yeah, Greg
Yeah.
Coleman.
Down.
Good.
Ben wouldn't care.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. All
Not
right,
at
Dex,
all.
what's your second prediction?
All right, my next prediction, I'll go with a wild one here. The Wild only have, again, 2 games on the dang docket between now and next week's. Write that down just because of all the canceled games. But they have a Monday matinee against the Colorado Avalanche. I love matinee hockey, off the record. But I will say the Wild will beat the Avalanche.
No, that's on the
Monday.
record. It's wrong.
But the Wild will beat the Avalanche on Monday. It's gonna be a big game for the Wild, and I'll say they're gonna beat the Avalanche on Monday. Write that down.
Okay, let's do it.
Write this down.
Let's do it. Okay, write this down. The Vikings will hire one of these 3 guys as head coach: Byron Leftwich, Lane Kiffin, or Doug Peterson.
Okay.
I have heard again that the Lane Kiffin Vikings connection is a real thing. There's no guarantees that it's actually going to come to fruition, but that the Vikings do look at Lane Kiffin with intrigue. I'm reporting that, by the way, in case there's any ambiguity.
No.
You can credit Phil Mackey.
Phil Mackey.
And Judd
Phil
and
Mackey.
Purple
In fact, I'm going
Daily,
to tweet it right now.
previously of philmackey.com.
Aggregators,
I lost the rights to that website when I accidentally let the GoDaddy thing expire, and then somebody else swooped it up and then tried to sell it to me. And I'm like, I'm not going to, no. It's ridiculous.
I had a friend who did that when CHS Field launched for the Saints. He bought the domain like the minute they announced CHS Field, and the Saints, for whatever reason, did not buy that domain before they announced it.
Smart
And he
play.
negotiated with the Saints, and I think he got season tickets for the year and like a few other random little things to give them
No
back
cash?
the CHS domain. No cash, but season tickets for I think like the first season.
Did he accept the first offer?
Yeah,
I think he
was gonna
did,
say
from what
that.
I've been
I
told.
want
you know,
cash.
yeah.
yeah.
Give me, give me 5-10 grand or something.
And
It's gotta
maybe
be-
some
it's gotta be
cash. Yeah,
worth
maybe some
something.
cash was something in there. But yeah, no, I was told that he
Season tickets.
that he
I mean, tickets are available. Like, I'm all due respect.
I'd want cash.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Write this down.
Okay. All right, back to Evan here. Your third prediction.
All right, guys, I'm going to go with a parlay for a gentleman that's kind of been forgotten in this offseason, but I think is going to have a great year next year. It's going to be Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah.
nice.
Next year, he will have over 800 yards,
Mm-hmm.
8 touchdowns, and will be top 10 in either fantasy production or PFF grades.
Wow, look at this. Love it. Evan, these are some great swings here.
Write this
You've done
down.
an outstanding job, and the platform is yours here. This is a life-changing platform, surely, for you right now in this moment. Is there anyone in your life you'd like to thank that brought you to this pinnacle point?
Well, first off, I'd like to thank my girlfriend for putting up with my Vikings fandom and allowing me to go through therapy every Sunday with you guys.
Smart man. Smart.
And
Good,
secondly,
thank
thank you guys for providing the content you do. It's a great balance between crazy fandom and also objectivity, and also bringing credibility to a lot of the things you report. So Really appreciate you guys and what
Awesome,
you guys
man.
do.
Evan, thanks for the kind words. Thanks for jumping on here. We'll get you on again sometime, all right?
All right, be safe.
All right, that's guest listener predictor Evan. Good stuff.
That was
Love those
awesome.
swings, man. Love those swings. Yep. All right, Judd,
Herb Smith one's good too.
your third and final prediction.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more about the former head coach of the Vikings. Write this down. Mike Zimmer will give an interview with an outlet. So it might be TV, it might be newspaper / website this offseason, in which he criticizes the decision to sign Cousins and criticizes Rick Spielman. So a reporter, I don't think Mike can help himself. And so a reporter, but it doesn't have to be like, to be clear, it doesn't have to be frontal of I hate Kirk, but he will criticize the decisions.
Yep.
And he will therefore also say something about Rick that is judged to be a criticism.
I like
Make
it.
sense?
Yeah, he has no filter, right?
Yeah.
And he's
And he
gonna
doesn't have to
less
say
of
I
a
hate
filter.
those bleeping people, but he will say he will open up about the fact that both of those things cause problems and therefore criticize the
Yes.
signing and the GM.
Do you think is he going to do this with a local outlet, or is there someone national that's going to?
Mike's so weird. I don't know, because I don't think he serves the national masters like Rick does. That's a really good question. So like, I don't think it's a slam dunk. It's a Schefter, right?
Yeah.
With Mike. But I think that he will. And you know what? He could get a DC job and do a Zoom call and talk about it there.
He could pop off there. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Okay.
Write this down.
All right, Declan.
my last prediction. I'll go with NFL playoff one here. I'm going to save a couple more for Purple Daily, but I will say Joe Burrow will throw for at least 350 yards against the Raiders.
Wow.
So Joe Burrow will throw for at least 350 yards
like that
against the Raiders.
That's good.
In the playoff wildcard weekend.
I think that's going to be a fun game. That's the first game out of the gate, right, on Saturday?
Think
Carr
so.
versus
Yes.
Burrow?
Yes. Super
Yeah.
wild card weekend. Get it right, because it goes through Monday now.
Super wild card.
I'm jacked for this.
Super wild card weekend.
Right.
2
this
games
down.
Saturday,
Okay.
3 games Sunday, game on Monday.
In fact, I'm going to make a super wild card weekend prediction.
Super. Wild.
I think we're going to see an upset in the NFC. Write this down. The 49ers will upset the Cowboys on super wild card weekend.
Super.
I think the Cowboys are like 3 or 4 point home favorites, and I think Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G are going to go into Dallas, and they are going to run circles around Dak and Mike McCarthy.
I like it.
I don't know if it's going to be a blowout, but
that
I'm
would
saying the
not-
Niners beat the Cowboys.
That would not be taken well by
And
Jerry
then,
Jones.
is it possible that Mike Zimmer could be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys if that were to happen? Huh?
Where's the yeah, thank you.
Huh? Would
You
they
know what?
fire Mike McCarthy's ass if they got blown out by the Niners at home in a playoff
It's
game in the
Jerry.
first round?
You know that Mike's
They would probably just promote. Here's what
Zimmer.
they would do. They would promote Kellen Moore, and then make Mike Zimmer the highest paid defensive coordinator or something in the NFL. In fact,
I don't know. Are you doing it?
I'm gonna save it for Purple Daily. I want to save it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go on the record. I'm throwing the ball down the field here. I'm not messing
Okay.
around.
No, fine.
I love where your head's at right now. I gotta
And
be honest.
And while I might be displaying a level of risk, that's why Federated is here, because Federated's all about risk management. Federated's all about helping your business maximize its success and minimize potential damages and risks. You can find out more about the resources and tools and people Federated provides at federatedinsurance.com. And remember, at Federated, it's our business to protect yours. So there you have it.
Write this down.
Those are your Write That Down predictions for this 12th of January. And that right there, Judd Zulgad, is your reigning, defending, batting champion. I almost put more stock into the home runs, though. The listeners won the home run derby championship, and Judd won the batting average championship.
Did you just denigrate my title?
A little bit.
No, a little bit. I think I had a great sophomore season. I think big things are coming.
Can we talk about me some more? Can we talk about what I've done? I believe that's my second or third title. In fact, you know what? I would like to say, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, if I may have just a second more, my previous dog, Holly, she's passed now, but I think of her every single day. Just a great. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to start from the top here. All of the little people out there, you know who you are. You know who you are, and you know what you do. You make such a difference in the way that I do.
Oh, no.
now.
Looks like we're all out of time here. Sorry. Oh, no. Looks like Judd's off the screen now. Oh. Looks like someone cut his microphone. Oh, that's too bad. Well, hopefully we can get that fixed for tomorrow's show. What a shame.
What a shame.
Well, that's a wrap on